Welcome everybody to our IFS 2025 Industry Update webinar. These are the 10 things which seems to be on the top of people's agenda. In terms of the update for the industry itself, well, if you're not in GPUs or high bandwidth memory, the rest of the market is actually not that brilliant. And when you look at it in terms of the opto-discrete and analog sectors, you see here that in fact it's only really the IC sector, predominantly memory driven, a little bit of micro, a little bit of logic, not analog. But you see here that the discrete and opto sectors are still well below negative territory in terms of the annualized growth rates that we're seeing there. The economy. Well, what we do know is that the chip market needs a strong economy to flourish. The unit shipments, there's probably at least another 4 quarters to balance before we get back above that trend line there. I don't think you can claim a market recovery until you get unit growth back into the marketplace. The capex spend, this is the worrisome chart. We're still running at about 15% of sales, which is much higher than the long-term average and not much higher than where it should be. The capacity is exacerbated by the US-China tariffs and the export controls. So it is the China issue which is really disturbing the picture there. Finally, the fourth horseman, average selling prices. There has been an incredibly strong recovery since the June 2022 crash. But of course, just to remind you all, when you look at the average ISP growth rate over a 50-year trend, okay, 47 years to be precise, the average ASP growth is 0. So entering 2025, well, it's not quite Armageddon, but it's not that far off either. So the fundamentals are systemically weak. We got 3 of those warning lights stuck on red now, and the 4th is blinking amber. The data reality now shows us that that death cross is very, very close indeed. So don't be fooled by the dollar growth numbers. So it's going to be a challenging year next year. Basically, our message for this year is proceed with extreme caution. To help you keep track of the numbers, we have our monthly semiconductor reports. The next webinar, so make a note there in your calendars when we'll come back and review how has the year started off, how did it shape out, and what is it likely to be for the rest of this year.